Silvana from the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm here to talk to you about STEM Camp today. In STEM Camp, campers will experience the wonders of science, technology, engineering, and math in our STEM camp that will promote reward, discovery, curiosity, and leave campers amazed that they had fun while learning. Part of STEM Camp is going on trips, and trips can be one of the best parts. For example, we have been able to go to the Ontario Science Centre, which is in Toronto, and it's a lot of different rooms filled with different science things. They're very interactive. For example, there's been dinosaur exhibits, spider exhibits, there's like hands-on music rooms. It's basically a whole day where we get to go and discover things. Then another trip that we've gone to is the planetarium at McMaster. They let us come in and there's someone who can show us through the planetarium and we get to discover the solar system together. So it's an astrology and we get to do so many different fun things with it. Then we have Let's Talk Science. Let's Talk Science is actually McMaster students, professors, people from the campus that come to visit us to bring experiments, activities, and things surrounding STEM. For example, with Let's Talk Science, campers have been able to make candy DNA out of licorice, gummy bears, toothpicks, you name it, and at the end of the day, they got to eat their science experiment. It's really fun. At camp, every day we do science activities, experiments, games. For example, catapults. Catapults are when we get to launch ping pong balls out of a catapult we make by ourselves from rubber bands, popsicle sticks, and it falls right into that engineering category. And at the end, we see whose catapult could launch the furthest. Another thing that we do at STEM Camp is explosions in a bag. We take a baggie and we mix our super cool materials and chemicals that we learn about at camp. And in the end, it creates a colorful explosion that actually pops the bag. It really is something that campers will see for themselves. More things we do at STEM Camp are like the classic volcanoes, slime, oobleck. Lots of campers really enjoy this part because it's something that they're familiar with already and it's always a cool and fun experiment for us to do together. It's not even just experiments, we actually have challenges too. The egg drop challenge, when we go to the park after we've built a safe place for our egg and drop it off the highest point we can find and to see who will not break the egg. This also falls in the engineering category. Another challenge we do is paper airplane contest, which is taking different kinds of paper, the weight, stuff like that, and seeing whose paper airplane can go the furthest. All these activities I've always seen campers really into these activities, and they're always a lot of fun because at the end of the day, you do learn something and we get to do fun activity. Sometimes campers even get to bring their experiments home, which is also really cool. Now we're going to be moving on to a fun experiment that you guys can do at home too, and it's also one that we've done at STEM Camp before. So today's at-home experiment that we're going to be doing is color changing milk. Now this is an experiment that I'm sure anyone can do with anything that they have at their house because it's a really simple experiment and it's also a really cool one. So things that you need are dish soap. I put some dish soap in a little bowl here. Milk, food coloring, but you can also use markers. And then the last thing that you're going to need is Q-tips. If you don't have Q-tips, the back of an eraser or like a pencil, just to like something to dip into the milk will work fine. Step one is, I also forgot to mention, you need a plate or a bowl. Again, it doesn't really matter as long as it will hold some sort of liquid. So I use this plate, not too deep, but deep enough. And I'm just gonna pour the milk so it covers the plate. Okay. You just want it to cover your plate like this, and then we're gonna be moving on to the next step. So the next step is to be taking your food coloring. It doesn't really matter what you have, even the tips of markers to put their ink. And in the center of the milk plate, you're gonna put the drops of food coloring. So I'm gonna do 1, 2. You can add as many colors as you want. So I have purple here. I'm gonna do some blue around it. And we'll do a little bit of this lime green. So you wanna do something like this just so it's focused in the middle of your plate. That way, when we do our experiment, it'll work the best. That's basically all you have to do to set up your experiment. The next part is the fun part. It's a very quick and easy experiment for you guys to do. This is the part that makes it color changing milk. So I'm gonna take my pencil, my back of my pencil or my Q-tip, and I'm just gonna coat it and dip it in my dish soap. When you dip your Q-tip pencil covered in soap, you should see something happen to your milk. I'm gonna explain how this happens after, but I'm gonna show you a clip of what we're gonna do. Okay, so my favorite way to do this is to do a countdown. So 3, 2, 1. So as you can see, all the colors are moving kind of all over the place. I can even take a second Q-tip and put it anywhere in the colors. The reason this happens is because the milk and the dish soap are two different types of materials. And what happens is they really, really don't like each other. Oh, so you can see something cool going on here. That's because this is because I put some more soap in. There's also something else you can do that's really cool. And here, I'm gonna try and get it on. Little balls right here. This is something else really cool that you can do. The soap on top of the milk like this. The color changing milk experiment is one that we have definitely done before at STEM camp. Not only is it fun to do at camp, but it's really easy to do at your houses too. So, other than the fact that this is all stuff that you have at your house, it's also really easy cleanup. All you have to do is go and pour your milk down the sink, and the rest of this stuff you can just put away. So I'm gonna go put away all of my stuff now. So that's a wrap from STEM camp this week. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.